Okay, so this is the 2025 R1300 GS Adventure. This one comes with automated shift assist. We've had a few of them in the showroom so far, but this is the first one without a clutch lever. Interesting and takes a little bit of getting used to. It boasts 1300 cc's, 145 horsepower at 7,750 revs, and it has a 9-gallon tank. You can see here a few features that I think make this bike very interesting. It has power to the Topcase Carrier. That Topcase Carrier adjusts back and forth to help with wind deflection for the box if you have a top case. We have mounting pivot points for the tank bag. Some of these bikes come with tether points on the side of the gas tank. This one does not. But most importantly, look what's missing. No clutch lever. This bike takes a little bit of getting used to when you first ride it. If you haven't already ridden a clutchless bike with automatic shift assist. You can see here, like the 1300 GS, there is a full-size compartment for a cell phone as well as a USB port for charging. Power is handled from that button right there on the right-hand lever. The keyless start system doesn't have the rubber in the middle anymore. We'll talk a little bit more about that SOS button in a few minutes. The 7.5-inch TFT is similar to the 1300s and the 1250s. The handlebar information here, you can see that's for drive or manual shift, as you can switch it back and forth. And that is the multi-rocker switch button that allows you to use a one-touch button to operate any of these functions here. You can see the windscreen is currently selected with the dot beside it. And so as I use that one-touch button, I can raise and lower the windshield with that one button. And then you can move with the multi-switch, the rotating dial. You can move up and down the list of options and click to the right and switch which one you want to operate the one-touch switch with. So here I have the heated grips that I'm moving up and down with the one-touch, and then if you push down on the one-touch, that adjusts the rider seat heating as well. Dynamic traction control, damping, windscreen. There's a bunch of functions that you can set here. And then if we come back to the settings mode, as we scroll through, these are all pretty standard features that you would expect to see on the TFT. I like this sport function here that gives you a tachometer, gives you lean angle, active dynamic traction control, and active braking. You can see the indicators are in the handguards. Very bright aux LED fog lights, and that Headlight Pro is tremendous at night. Really does follow you around the corners. We have 80/20 wheels on this with the spoked gold rims, and these engine bars are really nicely connected to the bike. This brake lever obviously is adjustable for on-road versus off-road. There is nice bash plate integrated into the engine guards, and you could see there were little wings on the engine guards there that prevent the bike from falling all the way over if you do have a tip over. Nice color, the Aurelius Green Metallic. This one comes with the single exhaust. You can get an option of the twin Akropovich exhaust. Note that there's no power to the right hand side case mounting, but the left hand does have power. That one gives you a USB port. Thought I'd take a minute here to show you what's under the seats. So quick click to the right to open that seat up, and you can see the port for the seat heating for the rider. And then over to the right, you can see there's also passenger seat heating manually on the side of the seat. This would be familiar to most folks that are familiar with GS's. There's the option to have high or low settings for the rider seat. Not only do you have to set the front, but you also need to set the back. This one's set at the low setting right now, and just push those tabs back and that'll put you up to the high seat setting for that rider seat. A nice little extra here is this little storage compartment at the back under the passenger seat. You can see there's room for the toolkit and for the user manual. There's also a little extra storage underneath there. And putting the seat back together takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, you just sort of set that back seat kind of loosely in place. Make sure that you've got the rider's seat set firmly in its cradle, and then they both click in quite nicely. And here I was showing the ports for power on the left side, but none on the right side. That's a good shot of the engine bars. They've done a really nice job with that. And then you can see over here the SOS button that's now standard on all of these bikes as they come out in 2025. The power button and the ride modes feature there. And then we go back to the Pure Ride screen, and let's take it for a little spin. Listen to the engine. So you hit the power button to start it up. And then you have to hold the brake lever and hit the power button, and that will start the bike. And you can see here it's in neutral now. Kind of weird because you go to look for the clutch to be able to put it in gear, and you don't need to. Notice this one comes with hill start control, and as I sit on it, and you can see here no hands, but it's already in first gear in manual, and you can switch between manual and drive or automatic just by holding the brake lever in and shifting into gear. To get it into neutral, you just push down and hold on the shift lever on your left foot. So you just push that lever down on your foot and it'll go into neutral, or you can switch from manual to drive or automatic very easily with that button that I showed you earlier on. Just going to take it for a quick spin through the parking lot. Handles very, very nicely. The automatic function is, I would say, just a little bit more clunky than the manual shifting, but the manual feels really good. Of course, you're shifting manually just your foot pedal, no clutch, and automatically you don't need the foot pedal at all. It'll just do it for you. So that's the overall first view of this automatic shift assist R1300 GS Adventure 2025 in Aurelius Green. Really a beautiful looking bike. These bikes are much nicer in person than they have ever been in any of the videos or pictures that you'll see. So come take a look at it or give us a call. We'd love to give you more information or let you come out and take it for a test ride.